The WorkPlace mobile application introduces a new navigation layout optimized for mobile devices to support the new on-the-go features introduced with WorkPlace 2017. WorkPlace Mobile is available for both Apple and Android devices. When WorkPlace Mobile is licensed and the app downloaded from iTunes or the Google Play Store, a user can access WorkPlace Mobile to enter requisitions, expenses, or timesheets. For this video, I have the core modules of requisition, expense, and time licensed, and this user has the ability to enter and approve for each of those modules. If a customer is not licensed for a particular module, or if the user does not have access, then they will only see what they've been allowed to access and view via their setup within WorkPlace security. From the home page, you can add an expense line, add a timeline to a timesheet, shop WorkPlace internal catalogs across companies to be able to build a shopping cart and then create a requisition to submit for approval. Managers are now able to complete their to-do list with approvals from within the WorkPlace mobile app. Approvers are able to view all outstanding requisitions, check requests, travel requests, and expenses that are awaiting approval, and open approval sessions across multiple WorkPlace companies from a single dashboard. Approve, disapprove, view transactions details, and provide notes to requesters while processing approvals on the go. From within the entry screen, you have the ability to add expense lines, view expense lines that have already been entered, create expense sheets to process those expense lines and submit for approval, shop WorkPlace internal catalogs, review shopping carts and generate requisitions from those shopping carts, add additional lines for time, view lines that have already been entered, and then also create a timesheet from those lines that have been entered within the WorkPlace mobile app. From the home page, you have the ability to be able to record time that can later be used to create a timesheet. We'll click on Add Time. You can pick the company that you want to be able to add the time for if you have multiple companies set up within the environment, and if as a user you have access to those companies. You can pick the project. You could also pick a phase or activity if those are available. Please know that the selections may be different depending upon the project solution that you are using and that we are integrated to. You can then pick the date that this time was going to be recorded for. You can enter your time, and you have the ability to enter any comments, such as this took longer than expected, and provide those additional details. If you need to attach a file, you can take a picture, or you can use one that has already been available on your device. Click on Submit, and you will now be able to submit that timesheet and be able to use it to enter a full timesheet by clicking on Entry, scrolling down through the expenses and requisitions, viewing the time that has been entered, clicking on Create Timesheet, picking the company that you want to create that timesheet for, select the time period, and then once you select the time period, here are the lines that are available for that. You can pick those lines that you want to be able to enter onto this timesheet and then submit. Once you submit the timesheet, you can see that we've created timesheet number 18. If we come down here and look at history, you're going to be able to see the time. There's timesheet number 18 there. These are the different lines that are awaiting for approval, and you can see they're all awaiting for approval by FOI. These lines could go to different approvers or through different approval paths, as WorkPlace has line item detail approval available. So if these were for different projects, phases, activities, and so on, and they need to be approved by different people, then they can flow through based upon the routing rules that you've got set up and established, and you'd be able to see those details here, along with additional details for that time entry. Again, you do have the ability to also approve via the app. So if we click on approval, and you can see here that we've got timesheets in our to-do list that are pending approval for Megacorp. We'll click there. It's going to load those. We can view the additional information and the additional details. You can approve, disapprove, or leave as awaiting at the entire timesheet level. You can also come down to the individual timesheet lines, approve, disapprove, or leave as awaiting with notes such as plan better next time. and those will be available on the log. Once you enter that information, you're going to be able to submit that approval session. When you approve lines, they will move on through the process. When you disapprove lines, they will go back to the person that created the timesheet with those notes, and they'll be able to act on those and then resubmit or delete them as needed.